Coming up, with a combination of the coronavirus and the flu, could we be facing a double whammy this fall? We're going to hear from CBN News medical reporter Lori Johnson, who spoke to an expert about what people can do so they don't get hit by either virus. Stay with us.
Hey, if you're tired and exhausted all day, you can't think clearly, and you really just need a cup or even a pot of coffee to get through your day, then join me, Dr. Josh Axe, for this new series where I'm going to teach you how to transform your diet and use essential oils and supplements to get a better night's sleep.
Wake up to your best life. Call 1-800-700-7000 to get your free DVD or booklet of Protect Your Sleep today.
It's about the competition.
I kind of put that pressure on myself, and I think people had expectations.
It's about overcoming.
We use this phrase all the time, keep chopping, keep practicing hard.
It's about going the distance.
I think as a father, it's my job, to lead. Just be the best husband and father I can be.
Watch Going the Distance with Sean Brown Saturday night at 7:30 on the CBN News Channel.
Orphans Promise is committed to loving and serving at-risk children, to helping keep families together, and to creating opportunities for strong and sustainable communities around the world. We're working in over 60 countries around the world, and with your help, we can do even more. There's an old African proverb I love that says, if you want to run fast, run alone. But if you want to run far, run together. At Orphans Promise, we want to run far so we can touch the lives of as many orphaned and vulnerable children as possible. But we don't want to go alone. We're out to change the world, one child, one family, one community at a time. Will you join us?
Get the top political news and analysis from Washington on Faith Nation, tonight at 6 Eastern, only on the CBN News Channel.
As we head into the fall, health experts warn of a 1-2 punch from a combination of the coronavirus and the flu. That's why they advise people to do what they can to avoid both viruses. CBN News medical reporter Lori Johnson joins us now with some practical advice. So how does the flu impact the coronavirus?
Right. Well, mostly because flu patients take away valuable healthcare resources from coronavirus patients. And you might not realize how dramatic that is, Ephraim, but hundreds of thousands of Americans are hospitalized every flu season. Millions get the flu. Hundreds of thousands are hospitalized. Unfortunately, tens of thousands of people die from the flu each year. So we're talking about hospital beds that are, usually hospitals are full during flu season with flu patients. So we need to really curtail that and make room for coronavirus patients in these hospitals.
Makes sense. So what can people do to protect themselves and their families against both the flu and the coronavirus this fall and winter?
Well, doctors advise getting a flu shot as soon as possible and taking the same precautions we're so familiar with, washing our hands, wearing a mask, and social distancing. If we do become infected, research shows people who develop serious complications tend to have poor gut health. So here's how we can strengthen our body's ability to fight off viruses.
Taking pro and prebiotics is very, very important, especially a probiotic. So it goes a long way when you keep the microbiome healthy. So that's number one. Number two, vitamin D is very important to take. And for many people, people have zinc deficiency. So I would also recommend a vitamin, maybe a multivitamin that contains zinc.
Dr. Kelman also recommends a number of herbs to block a virus's ability to spread throughout the body, which include licorice, andrographis, and cordyceps, and more herbs. And these have been shown to actually prevent the virus from spreading in the body, particularly coronaviruses associated with the common cold.
Okay, that's good news. And there's what we should be taking, but what should we be avoiding?
Right. The main thing we should be avoiding, if possible, are sugar And processed foods, we know, are extremely dangerous. They cause inflammation and also antibiotics, Ephraim, because we know sometimes antibiotics are life-saving, and that's great, but they're vastly overprescribed. And so if you're taking an antibiotic, it only kills bacterial infections. Antibiotics are not effective on viral infections like the common cold and like the flu. And antibiotics kill all that wonderful good bacteria in your gut. So if you have to take an antibiotic, make sure to replenish your gut with those wonderful probiotics.
And it bears repeating the basic things that we can be doing in terms of washing our hands, face masks. Those are important and critical. Why?
Absolutely, because this helps to prevent transmission. And, you know, the great news, Ephraim, is we're seeing in the southern hemisphere right now in places like Australia that the flu virus cases have decreased 90% from what they were last year and typical years because people are taking precautions against the coronavirus. Usually what we see in the southern hemisphere right now is what we experience months down the road. So that's good news. And it only makes sense because the flu and the coronavirus are transmitted in exactly the same way, person-to-person contact.
Absolutely, and we're seeing numbers go down, and we want it to continue on that
Absolutely.
trend.
Wear those masks.
Indeed, Lori Johnson, thank you so much. I want to remind you, you can see Lori's entire interview on healthy living this evening. It begins at 9:30 Eastern. Of course, you can find that on the CBN News Channel. Still ahead, with racial unrest and plaguing parts of America today, we're going to hear from a Christian leader who says the Bible provides a way out of our current problems. We're going to have that interview. It's all coming up right after this. Stay with us.
Yeah, buddy.
How many nickels are in a dollar?
There are 20 nickels in a dollar.
How do birds fly? Does milk really make my bones stronger?
Yeah.
Daddy, when we die, will we go to heaven?
Do you have the answer to life's biggest question? Call the 700 Club. We'll help you find answers to the important questions life brings your way.
Watch breaking news, in-depth exclusive stories and programs from health to entertainment you won't find anywhere else. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. Enjoy credible news reporting from around the world. Discover inspiring programs and stories of hope, all in one place from a Christian perspective. The CBN News Channel, a perspective you can trust. To watch the CBN News Channel, download the app or visit cbnnewschannel.com.
Hello, I'm Dr. David Perlmutter, board-certified neurologist and #1 New York Times bestselling author. Wouldn't it be great to boost your energy, eliminate brain fog, and even reverse brain disease? Well, you can, and I'm going to show you how, along with some of the world's most well-respected brain experts in this DVD, Protect Your Brain.
Get Protect Your Brain, a free DVD only from the Christian Broadcasting Network, featuring experts on the cutting edge of neuroscience and brain health.
No matter how many times you've failed in the past, you really can do this.
In Protect Your Brain, you'll discover simple strategies to keep your brain young and healthy. Improve your memory. Discover the gut-brain connection. In Protect Your Brain, get your free copy at cbn.com or call 1-800-700-7000.
If you want to improve the quality of your life, get the DVD Protect Your Brain and get it today.
As we reported and saw earlier in the program, in Kenosha, Wisconsin, the nation remains embroiled in demonstrations, violence, racial discord, and it clearly remains still with us. But Bishop Harry Jackson tells CBN News' The Prayer Link program the Bible does provide a way out, and the key is empowering minorities. Here's a look at that interview.
You don't believe the Black Lives Matter organization is the best vehicle for change for Black Americans. Tell us why.
Well, the Black Lives Matter mantra or call to action is one thing, but the organization is another. And there's an anti-family agenda, as was alluded to earlier, LGBTQ agenda that really is not biblically based. So our opportunity in this moment when so many people are moved and they want to have action after the George Floyd murder and other things that are going on, our best opportunity now is for the church to come together. That's why we said this contract with minorities, because Blacks, Hispanics, and also Asians, this year, kids 18 years old and under, there's a majority minority group of people. 20 years from now, 2040, we'll be a majority minority nation. So whose values will shape the laws that form the land? Whose sense of justice will be foundational for what we do? So the book spells out first an acrostic that talks about empowering minorities, but its foundation is Christian worldview, pragmatic Christian strategies, and if we use the or of prayer and the or of practical public policy, we can move forward across a river of division into our promised land.
Well, why do you think abortion has become such a point of division between Black Americans and the Democratic Party?
Well, I think abortion started with Margaret Sanger, had an obviously racially, I'm going to use a strong word, genocidal motive, because they thought Blacks were inferior. Early on, Black pastors were actually recruited to help get people to get abortions, and many don't know they were paid money. So I think there has been a league, a covenant of darkness that has gone on, and the Democratic Party has even tried to take God out of its platform, not sing God in the prominent anthems of the nation. And so we're at this place where people who think they're scientific, think they are free from religion, are actually following out a humanistic kind of manifesto of their own.
Bishop, real quick, because we're running out of time. Is this why we're seeing more Black Americans leave the Democratic Party?
I think that is one of it. If you take the fact that we have this adulterous relationship with the Democratic Party, they show up the Sunday before the Tuesday, and they want what they want, and they give nothing in return. I think the values, I think the lack of follow-through, is the lack of leadership is the reason why many are leaving, and they need a book like a manifesto to give them a call to action, to be bold, decisive in this moment.
Yeah, let's talk about your new book, A Manifesto. Give us the cliff notes. You've got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. The word empowered. We have to have educational reform, marriage rebuilding as a social strategy, public policy reform like criminal justice reform, oversight and engagement in politics, wealth creation, homeownership and the like, entrepreneurship, giving a job with a destiny, righteousness and justice as a guideline for our thinking, empathy versus retaliation, and destiny with dignity for all humankind. Those 9 points form a thought, architectural foundation and plan. Those 9 things give us a prayer point for us to go forward and Christians to take action.
Beautiful. Well, this is an important book for our time. Everybody needs to read it. Bishop, thank you so much for being on the show and sharing your insights. There's his new book, A Manifesto, Christian America's Contract with Minorities. It's available wherever books are sold. Bishop Harry Jackson, God bless you. Thanks so much for being with us.
And you can get more on the prayer link tonight at 6:30 Eastern. You can find that on the CBN News Channel. Coming up, music legend Dolly Parton has released a new single, a Christmas song. We're going to have that story and a sample of the song when we come back. Please stay with us.
region's first ROTC graduate student.
Meet the pastors who are preaching the gospel in a fresh, fearless way. I'm Roberto Torres-Cedillo. Join me each week for Next Gen Voices. And watch God transform a generation.
How'd you like to get a redo on your health, on your body, on your arteries, so you could have the energy you had 20 years ago? The great news is you can. I'm Dr. Mike Roizen, chair of the Wellness Institute at the Cleveland Clinic. I've written 4 New York Times bestsellers. But even better than having to read all that, you can listen to this DVD and watch it. Protect your heart? Yes, you can. Here's how.
Go to CBN.com or call 1-800-700-7000 for your free copy of Protect Your Heart. Let the medical experts show you their new discoveries on how to avoid heart disease and even reverse it. Easy steps to uncover the hidden dangers in your medicine cabinet, reduce stress, and get a complete do-over for your health. Call 1-800-700-7000. That's 1-800-700-7000. Or go to CBN.com to claim your free copy of Protect Your Heart. It has the power to influence weight loss, boost your immune system, and improve brain function.
We've seen an explosion of data on the role of the gut microbiome in health.
The free Build a Better Gut booklet reveals the latest information about the gut microbiome. You'll discover how your gut affects the rest of your health.
The gut microbiome has been linked to depression and cancer and heart disease.
Learn how to build a stronger, healthier gut.
The microbiome, if it's in good composition, are really protecting us all the time from more invasive things.
Get the Build a Better Gut booklet, free from the Christian Broadcasting Network. Call 1-800-700-7000 or go to cbn.com/buildabettergut.
You need to make sure that your microbes are working with you, not against you.
And if you order online, you'll get immediate access to the Build a Better Gut series, a digital copy of the booklet, and related bonus material. Build a Better Gut today. Call 1-800-700-7000 or go to cbn.com/buildabettergut for your free copy.
It's summertime, but country music legend Dolly Parton has released a Christmas single from her forthcoming album. The song is Mary Did You Know? She wrote on Instagram, the song is a reminder to us all year long there is always hope, even when you least expect it. Take a listen.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy will save our sons and daughters? Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you deliver will soon deliver you.
Gospel singer Mark Lowry, who wrote the song, says Parton did a great job recording his Christmas classic. Parton said she's found peace and restored hope in songs of faith during the coronavirus outbreak and political unrest hitting our country. The song comes from Parton's upcoming album. It is called A Holly Dolly Christmas, and it's available. It's her first Christmas album in 30 years. It's available beginning October 2nd. Time now for your Tuesday Tweetable. This is a message I pray will bless you, and you will take time to post, tag, tweet, and share it with those in your circles. Here it is. A moment of challenge is a moment for change. So own your moment. With that word, be intentional this Tuesday and make it a great one. That will do it for this edition of CBN News Watch. Thank you so much for watching. I want to remind you, you can always find more of our programs on the CBN News Channel at any time. You can also find them online at cbnnews.com. We'd love to know what you think about the stories you've seen here today. You can email us at that address on your screen, newswatch@cbn.com. And of course, you can reach out and touch us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you back here tomorrow.